The opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the individuals and do not reflect any official view of the United Steelworkers, USW, Local 105, or its officers or sub-board members for officers. Now, from the banks of the mighty Mississippi, this is Steel Revolution.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Steel Revolution number 8, the injury show where Mike's not showing up. I have a soccer injury.
And I have a mic.
Now Sean's got a mic, so we are all out of whack with where the computer is. Sean's got a mic. Sean needs ample room in front of him to use his hands when he talks.
I need ample room on the computer as well, so.
Like we said, welcome. No mic, just me and Sean, and trying to make it through.
Kind of limp through it, if you will.
Yeah.
Literally.
Exactly. We'll start out with some of the local news. So the Locals Picnic will be September 30th and October 1st. Call down to the hall to let Terry know how many people's coming, so we have the right amount of food and what day and time. We did have the Solidarity Walk in downtown Moline. Could have been a little bit better, but we had roughly about 20 people off and on show up, and it's a good way for us to get out in the community and get the union's name out there, and at least we did. In some of the places we either were the only people there or doubled the amount of people in that business. So we try to do our part to support the local businesses, so hopefully they support us when we need them. Other than that, we had the Labor Day Parade. I'd say approximately about 50 people showed up for that. Saw the Geisens family minus Sean.
Yeah, well, labor, so I was working. But my kids really enjoyed it, though, thinking that she wants to do it next year, and how she was pretty moved, not to be, sound like a card, but she was really moved by the movement, and she really took away a lot from that parade, so which was kind of cool. So you affected one person, so
elaborate a little bit then. What did she take away that she didn't realize before, or whatever? I mean, a couple things. Hate to put you on the spot.
No, and that's all right. Her dad was, in the union, and she never really thought about where that paycheck came from and about the people who actually work together as the union. And when she sees all this, all the people just walking by, that really put an impact on her. Like, wow, these guys actually are unified. And it's hard to put it into words, but that night she was like a new person when it came down to politics and the union. I mean, she was always very strong on both of those issues, but very, very strong after that parade. Something really made it click in her head about the union when she saw that parade go by. I'm not sure what it was, but matter of fact, she goes, "No, I think I want to go on your podcast and talk." It's like, whoa, no, we don't need that. You just stay at home.
Wait a minute, honey.
Put it work.
This is the first time I got a mic. Hold on.
That's right.
Slow down.
Yeah. So, but she took away a lot from that parade, and she wants to participate, walking it next year. So it's kind of cool. So
yeah, that's awesome. USW news. I know we got the Environmental Health and Safety Conference that just went on here last week. Not sure if we were able to get anything from there, but I believe hopefully this next show will try to put something on that's more geared towards a show just revolving around safety. I think this is a good time. I've got a little bit of dead air. We're going to put in some audio, take a break, and come back to more of the Iowa, Illinois news as we see it.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. I rise today to talk about our most pressing issue facing my district and our country, and that is boosting American manufacturing and creating jobs here at home. Just this week, I introduced a bill called the American Jobs Matter Act. This common sense bill would enable the federal government to find out how contracted work would impact American jobs. Contractors would be able to include how their offers would create American jobs. My bill would raise the importance of creating jobs at home in our country and building our manufacturing industry here as federal contractors are considered for their jobs. It would also help ensure that taxpayer money is being used to create jobs in places like Rockford, in places like Moline, Galesburg, and Peoria, and in cities and towns across my district, across my state, and across our country, not overseas. I'm proud to say that this bill has been incorporated into Congressman Hoyer's Make It in America plan, which seeks to promote American workers, jobs, innovation, and infrastructure. Madam Speaker, we need to do more to create jobs and support American manufacturing. My bill does just that. Thank you, and Madam Speaker, I yield back.
Back after the break.
Hey, back after the break.
All right, and as I skip around and lose my spot on the outline, before going to Iowa and Illinois, more of a local issue with the Rock Island Walmart project.
Oh, jeez.
Walmart backing out of Rock Island after the city spent $15 million clearing a site and relocating businesses to other part of the city to welcome the Walmart Supercenter.
Fantastic.
With a colossal FU to the city and everything they've done, Walmart has backed out of that project. Friend of mine and friend of labor and from our from the local labor council here, Joshua Shipp is the alderman of the 5th Ward, in which he was elected after April 15th, which was when the approval to spend the $15 million to clear that site for Walmart was I guess okayed. Josh, no less, I guess, was apologetic of the outcome, and in a quote, "Our goal here was sincere in expanding the tax base, bringing a grocery store to the side of town that needs one. But I think that we as elected officials are responsible for what happened here." Josh went on to say, "I hope others will join me in saying that I'm sorry." Great representative for the city of Rock Island. So, in calling, which I thought Costco was going to come here. I mean, we've been after them for a while. There was a big Facebook page, and recently I called them, and the lady said, "Well, no, just have a bunch of people call this number and tell them your area, and that's where you want it, and maybe that'll help out." That was from the company. So their customer service number, 1-800-774-2678. Anybody interested in having a Costco, hopefully, around this area in general, maybe they could go into Rock Island over there. Help them out, but definitely a great company with great paying jobs. So we, like to have that around here rather than Sam's. But anyway, again, the number, call them, tell them you want a Costco in this area. 1-800-774-2678. Coming out of the break, of course, we heard some audio from Sherry Bustos. She has been a big supporter of this area, looking at some of the things she's looking to do for her re-election, fighting to protect Social Security and Medicare, protecting against unfair trade deals like we heard in her segment, and trying to make sure we got manufacturing here around this area. She's defending the NLRB, which helps out workers, supports increasing the minimum wage, project labor agreements, Paycheck Fairness Act, supporting postal workers. Again, she's great for this area. Need to support her. Still don't know what the name of the person that's running against her, but I guess that's all right.
We need to get her on the show.
We need to get more guests. Now, our first guest just snubbed us
again,
which I would say is is not fair. It's not fair to the show.
It's not. It's not fair.
True.
See, I say that so you could just put in some good audio
I've got
of
that.
Rick. Yeah.
It's not. It's not fair.
Rick was to be on, and I wanted to, and something I forgot and wanted to segue in here, which we're going on to more of, well, before we go to Iowa and Illinois, we can go to local issues, or still stick around with local issues. So after the parade, Rick and a few of the guys went to the picnic there, but for the Rock Island County Democrats at Illinois Park, in which Hillary Clinton was there, which gave a great speech. Should have had some of that audio, but touched on a lot of the major points I was looking at her to touch on. But anyway, leaving that, there was Trump supporters outside there, in which one made a comment. Rick had his Steelworkers for Hillary shirt on.
I didn't hear the story.
And left. Did you hear it?
No.
You didn't hear it? Okay,
No.
so Rick's leaving. Him and friend of his from John Deere, UAW worker, and leaving there, and there's these Trump supporters, and some comment, of course, I don't know if I'll do it any justice with the exact quote was, go on back home to the ghetto or something, when he was leaving the picnic. So you see everything on Facebook on what these Trump supporters are doing and how bad they are, or racist, whatever, and then it actually happened. It actually happened here. So that's,
Stay classy.
yeah, that's
No.
his people.
My mother-in-law was about an arm length away from Hillary at that speech.
Oh yeah.
And she walked away, and she was always a big supporter, even more so. Not so much Hillary, but the Democratic, movement, if you will, or party, very strong, and she really took away a lot from that speech and that picnic as well. So
Yeah, it's good.
I've never been to the
I went
picnic.
there once. I went there once and took my dad, in which Sherry Bustos came up and said hi to us. Shook our hands. Yeah, it was nice.
well, you're cool. That's why.
Oh, all right. Along with the other politics in Illinois, they got, I think it's on the top of the ballot, they were saying that there's this lockbox amendment, and you're supposed to vote yes. So vote yes, lockbox amendment, and what it is so I'm reading off the pamphlet here. This amendment prohibits the General Assembly from taking, transferring, or using money for non-transportation purposes. So the money they get from the motor fuel taxes, vehicle registrations, title fees, and other taxes, toll fees that are supposed to be dedicated to public highways, roads, streets, bridges, mass transit, ports, airports, are all supposed to go into transportation funding. What the Illinois state government does is takes those funds and uses them for something else. So if you vote yes for this, it locks that in for transportation, which is good for jobs, and money just don't go to Rauner's rich friends. So anyway, vote yes at the top. Vote yes on the lock box. Somebody's got to have my back. This is going to be one big train wreck.
Well, once again, I know how to edit, so that's good.
That's good, yeah. You work some magic there. Go along with Rauner, reading in the paper today that Rauner wants to make state workers merit pay, which he compares it to the Illinois lottery having merit pay and paying those state workers on merit pay. So if they up their sales or whatever for gas stations or whatnot, they get merit pay.
Didn't that just happen at a big bank? You were doing that?
Oh, was that part of the Wells Fargo one?
Yeah.
And
Were
then
they doing that?
And they,
Is that the same thing that he's trying to pass here?
I didn't read to see if that article on Wells Fargo that much, but it makes sense. That's why, you sign people up for all these things they don't need or they don't sign up for, and then, yeah, I mean, same thing. The thing that I have a hard time thinking, so I'm part of the road commission or whatever, or I'm a state worker and I'm working in a state prison, I'm working, on the roads or whatever. How are you going to merit pay me more? Where really you should have just a raise. How are you going to pay me more? How are you going to see how much better I'm doing you know, is it how fast I can get a road fixed or pothole, which then may not be the, you know, I may not do the job the right way just because I want to hurry up and keep my merit pay or whatever.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I don't see how you can do it. You need raises, not merit pay for those people. You know, people in social services and that for the state.
Yeah, how do you base
that? You know, more of we want to take money away. So that's what's on the agenda for on Rauner's agenda for state workers. Then when we come back over to Iowa, and Steve King is on with Trump on Putin, and King has said says Putin. King said has been a better leader for his people than Barack Obama. This is the
Whoa.
the same guy that jails bands, the band Pussy Riot. I got that on the show. So anyway, so like bands, artists, anybody that disagrees with them takes over ports in smaller countries like a dictator would, takes it over and then uses it, which is a lot like Trump's rhetoric with the Middle East. We should have taken their oil, so we should go over there and take over their country or leave it in shambles, but at least let's take the oil. Anyway, had a saved audio clip from the dictator, which goes pretty good with our political system now, and see if you can realize the similarities. Again, this is the Sacha Baron Cohen movie, The Dictator, some audio from it, and he's explaining why a dictatorship is so good. Back after the break.
Why are you guys so anti-dictators? Imagine if America was a dictatorship. You could let 1% of the people have all the nation's wealth. You could help your rich friends get richer by cutting their taxes and bailing them out when they gamble and lose. You could ignore the needs of the poor for healthcare and education. Your media would appear free, but would secretly be controlled by one person and his family. You could wiretap phones. You could torture foreign prisoners. You could have rigged elections. You could lie about why you go to war. You could fill your prisons with one particular racial group, and no one would complain. You could use the media to scare the people into supporting policies that are against their interests. I know this is hard for you Americans to imagine, but please try. I will tell you what democracy is. Democracy is the worst. Endless talking and listening to every stupid opinion, and everybody's vote counts, no matter how crippled or black or female they are. Democracy!
Back after the break. Trying to call Rick Ramirez.
See if he answers.
This is exciting.
It is. But he knows that you're calling. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You should have blocked your number.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey Rick, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Hey, you're on the podcast. We're trying a phone call.
Okay.
How's it going, man?
What's going on?
Sean has a mic because Mike's not in.
Oh, he's not in today?
No, he's not in. He's a little under the weather. So Sean's got a mic. We're just finishing up. Like I said, like I talked to you earlier, wanted to and we mentioned it already in the podcast a little bit, was the and sorry to just drop this on you with
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, put you on the spot like this.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I wouldn't do anything less.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. It's definitely not fair.
It's not fair.
Hey, could you go back through that deal leaving the picnic there for the Rock Island County Democrats and the Trump supporters outside of there? I don't think I could do it any justice like you can.
All right. Hold on. Let me go to the restroom real quick.
That's great.
Oh, God.
Don't take the phone in there.
Jeez. He's got to take a dump.
All right, I guess we got to fill dead space then while Rick's going to the bathroom.
He's got to poop, you know?
You gotta dump the Trump, man. When you
let this record.
when you try to do something, I think it's audio gold.
I think it is.
You know,
You caught him off guard now, didn't you?
he caught us off guard.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
definitely.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, are you back? You back?
Yeah, just you know, a 1, not a 2. You know, I didn't have to dump the Trump.
All right. Oh, we're ready when you are, then, Rick.
All right. So how's it going, Mr. Roy Hutt?
Hey, by the way, everything's been recorded, so we're
Oh,
going.
gosh.
We are ready for you to
We are ready.
tell your story to the
All right.
to the masses. Like I explained it, Rick, earlier. Was you see a lot of stuff on Facebook with the Trump supporters and how racist they are, or whatnot. And that stuff's all well and good, and it's on Facebook. And you don't know exactly where it comes from, how truthful it is, whatnot. But, it happened to you. So can you explain a little bit, set it up, and say what happened leaving the picnic?
Oh, absolutely. So I had the pleasure of going to the Labor Day Parade with, fellow union brothers and sisters and walked it. And so then we went over to Hampton to see presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. And, great speech, stayed a little bit too long, but, she didn't get off her plane for some odd reason or didn't get here. So we stayed there a little bit longer. Let me back up a little bit. When we were walking in, there were some Trump supporters, and there was one guy, and that's the thing, there's some, this guy is really, Donald Trump has really brought out some really hate mongers, whether, it's race motivated, class motivated. And as we were walking in, there were some Trump supporters, and then there was this guy in like a devil outfit, like a spandex devil outfit. And I'm not making this up. Remember that movie with Jack Black, Luce Libre, the Mexican?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nacho Libre.
like he was, full blown, like that. Like that's how he was dressed. It was his outfit. So I mean, if that gives you a visual, that will tell you what kind of people they are.
I would have took a selfie with that, just because.
No. Well, Hernando Gomez, who was walking in, saw him and was like, "Hey, listen," because he went to the picnic before, and was like, "Hey, are you thirsty?" And the guy was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, I'm not giving you any water." So as like I said, we went in. They had said a few things, like Hillary for prison and stuff like that, and whatever. We didn't really, mind them any business. So we get in the parade. Security was pretty tight. Got in the parade, and like I said, Hillary was a little late. I have no clue why. I don't have the in on that stuff yet, but. Got done, great speech, coming back out. Like I said, Donald Trump has, he's brought out the worst in people right now as far as, class separation and elitism, as far as racism. And, a couple of supporters, as I was leaving, my buddy and I, Josh Saunders, who works for UAW, John Deere, were coming out in his truck, and, they'd said a lot of things that aren't really radio friendly or podcast friendly, but podcast, it is what it is. I've never really truly had a lot of racial discrimination towards myself personally. Not as an adult, as a kid, kids say some hateful things. But we're kids, we're still kind of trying to figure some things out. And plus, you're taught that. So we were in the truck, and sure shit, some words were exchanged, and some Donald Trump supporters like, "Hey, you take your black ass back to the ghetto." And I was kind of stunned. I wanted to get out of the truck, but you have to realize the position you're at in life, and you have to realize that person probably, if it not had been for Donald Trump and building the wall and just be, the guy really, really breeds hate, and he brings that out in people. And it kind of just took me back. Like I said, I had to take a real, real deep breath and restrain myself from getting out of the truck. But it just goes to show you what kind of people are supporting this guy. And it's the wrong kind of people. And, shit like that just shouldn't be tolerated nowadays, especially for somebody who, could possibly run the country. It just isn't good overall. But the experience just kind of reminds you of a time where you think that we've gotten past, but it just kind of shows where his supporters are, what kind of people they are, and they're not good people. They're not people I definitely don't want to drink with those people. So that was my experience so far with some Donald Trump supporters. Other than that, most of them have been somewhat decent, but it's definitely the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, Rick, I'll let you go. Again, we just dropped us on you, put you on the spot, but let you get going and get to get in here to work. But a little bit sorry that happened. That's bullshit. What has been going on? I know you've been doing a lot of walking around. You've been calling people. Can you sum up a little bit about the presidential race, but then maybe talk, a couple minutes on what down ballot is looking and why it's important?
All right. So far, I think that as far as the presidential candidate races go, I've been knocking the doors, doing a lot of canvassing, doing a lot of phone banking. I've gone all the way from Dubuque, Davenport. I'll go back to Maquoketa tonight, which is right outside Dubuque. I was up in Cedar Rapids yesterday, and we call it knocking. When knocking, I found that there are a lot of people, especially that were Bernie supporters, and I think they're having a hard. I truly think they're going to do the right thing at the voting day, but it's been a little rough out there, especially top of the ballot. Of course you have emails. Of course you have there's just a lot of controversy, and I think as far as Hillary goes, Roy, you were a big Bernie guy. I was a Bernie guy. I don't think a lot of people are over it yet. I don't think a lot of people want to say it out loud, that are Democrats, that they are going to vote for her and have a lot of their support. But I do believe in her as I think she's not only the best candidate, but she is a great candidate. We have to remember that, she almost beat Barack Obama, and I don't think a lot of people remember that, we have possibly, two of the most historic presidential candidates back to back. The first multiracial president and the first woman president candidate, which is really huge. And, it's a once in a generation thing. But it has been a little rough out there. I've had some, especially coming from veterans, the support has kind of been like, well, maybe so. Down ballot has gone extremely well for us. Losack, Chris Brace, Patty Judge, just to name a few. Especially locally, it's really important, especially for here, for us here in Iowa. We're definitely more of a Republican state than we've been in the past, or at least for in a while. But it's going really well for us. We've been knocking a lot of union brother and sisters doors, and they're definitely more prone to say yes. I will definitely go down ballot versus up ballot, and it's going to be an uphill battle. But we got to continue to make contact and send literature in the mail and just educate them. So, that's about it so far. But it's definitely been a great experience. So.
All right, Rick, we'll let you go. Keep up the good work. And now not only are you the first guest, you're the first phone call guest. So you got two first.
It's about time. it's about time that you guys showed me the respect I honestly deserve. I feel like I keep this podcast going. But hey, what do I know? What do I know?
Well, there's nobody else up at 8:15 that wanted to talk to us, so we thought.
Oh, exactly. Thanks, I appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you later, Rick.
Thanks, man.
All right. Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you go. The first phone call.
And you see, like, listening to other podcasts are like oh no, I guess that red light's going on anyway. It's like the red light's on. I see the red light, but I guess the red light's going off and on
For the
anyway.
microphone.
So,
Well, we can get a red light. I'm sure we could.
well, like a big flashing one.
Yeah, that says, hey,
Yeah.
you got a phone call.
Hey, yeah, we got somebody on the line.
It is what it is, but
Hey.
yeah, got our first phone call. And it worked, actually.
Hey, yeah. Pulled that out. Yeah, thanks, Sean. I know you.
Well,
You were
easy on that one.
You were behind the technology when we when we tried it earlier. So, anyway, we're to the end of the show, in which we have
the douche
of the week, and I mean, let's see, we got
you got Mike Nicholas, you got Rick.
See, that's what usually douche of the week. You could put Mike because I know when people don't show up, they usually get nominated, but the prescription painkiller makers that are going against laws to try to protect people from being addicts. The Trump supporters outside of the picnic. I think that the top running I believe is either Walmart or the Trump supporters. And I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, I walked all over you.
No, you're correct. I mean, about Walmart or the Trump supporter that Rick dealt with.
I mean, Walmart may have did Rock Island a favor. I mean, maybe somebody else that'll pay more, and we'll get in there. Like hopefully Costco, 1-800-774-2678 to try to get them here locally. Dial the number, or the Trump supporters, in which after seeing hopefully some bright side with the Walmart fall through, maybe something else will go in better. I totally want to nominate douche of the week to be the Trump supporters outside of the picnic.
I'll go with that, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think Walmart is a close second, and Nicholas a very, very close third on that one. But that Trump supporter outside the picnic, absolutely.
That might be another first. Before we've kind of had two up there, but never have we listed it. And your first time on. Now we've listed
three
a douche of the week in order. But number one, the Trump supporters outside the picnic. Again, awful.
Not cool.
Yeah,
not cool.
Try to get some class between now and next show.
Well, good luck with that one. So, anything else you want to add for podcast number 8 there, Mr. Roy Hutt? Are we good?
No, we're good. We limped along.
Literally.
Yeah.
You gonna call your doctor today?
Yeah, I'm gonna get in. Yeah. Yeah. Soccer juggle club did not work out for me.
All right. Well.
All right.
Hopefully we have Mike back next time around, and I can go back sitting over here.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think you earned the mic. You might have to.
Mike, easy on that one. Easy.
You might have to battle Mike.
Well,
Mike might have to battle you to get the mic back.
How about this? How about we get a third microphone? Call me crazy.
I think it's on order. That's what I heard.
Okay. All right, man. That does it for number 8. Am I correct?
That's right.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
This has been Steel Revolution. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steel Revolution Podcast. Questions or comments, email us steelrevolution105@gmail.com. Steel Revolution is a production of Steelworkers 105, Bettendorf, Iowa. Steel Revolution. Steel Revolution.